Hello everyone and welcome to the Cheat Meal presented by Deep Fried Draft. We will continue our draft review process here with the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City made one of the biggest, boldest moves of the draft when they moved up from the 27th overall pick to 10 in an effort to get ahead of the New Orleans Saints and Cleveland Browns to select Texas Tech quarterback Patrick Mahomes. There is no quarterback in this draft with a higher upside than Mahomes. He has the biggest arm in the draft. His mechanics are terrible. Mahomes was a highlight on every play at Texas Tech, whether he was making a great throw or a boneheaded throw. But he happens to be now drafted into a team that he does not have to play immediately. That is to his benefit. Mahomes will need 1 to 2 years to learn, and he can learn from no better than Andy Reid. Reid, one of the better quarterback teachers in the NFL. They have a bridge quarterback already in place with Alex Smith. So, that being said, I think this is a good move for the Chiefs, getting their future QB with Mahomes. At pick 59, they went a round higher than I think, but another high upside player in Tano Passanio, defensive lineman from Villanova. If you see Passanio without the pads on, he looks like he's sculpted from granite. He's a very smart player, just a little raw, and he'll also need some time to learn the NFL game. In the third round, they drafted one of the better running backs in the draft, Kareem Hunt from Toledo, has breakaway speed, needs to show better in the pass receiving game, but as a pure runner, Hunt is one of the best in the draft. They draft Michigan wide receiver Jehu Chesson in the fourth round. This was definitely a little high for him, in my opinion. He wasn't, I didn't think he was one of the better wide receivers in this draft, probably in the late 30 range, in my opinion, as far as wide receiver rankings go. But he goes in the mid-fourth round to Kansas City. In the fifth round, they draft Georgia Southern linebacker Ukemi Oligwe. Oligwe was kicked out of Florida State, becoming one of the rare players ever to be booted from the Seminole program. Lands with Georgia Southern. He looked good in his limited time at the Senior Bowl. He was a late addition, but I did not think he should have been a draftable player. And in the sixth round, they draft center field type safety Leon McQuay III from Southern Cal. So another guy had a undraftable grade on, but a priority free agent grade nonetheless. So a sixth round flyer you're taking on McQuay. Him, Oligwe, and Chesson, in my opinion, will have to make it on special teams to have any future contributions to the NFL. But this draft will solely be judged in the future on the success of Patrick Mahomes. Some undrafted players of note for the Chiefs. Offensive guard Damian Mama from Southern Cal will be noted for having the slowest 40 time at the combine. There's another junior early declaree that probably should have stayed in school, but I think Mama can make the team as a reserve offensive line prospect going forward. Big hitting safety Jordan Stearns from Oklahoma State is another that'll have to make it on special teams. A receiver I really like that they brought in was Marcus Kemp from Hawaii. I think he's a big, rangy wide receiver with a huge catch radius, has decent speed, and I think he has a chance to make the squad. I think he can make the team as definitely as a practice squad type player. Total value grade for the Chiefs ends up being 26th in the league. Their average value was 31st. Their money value ends up being 17th. So low end for the other two, but the money picks, they end up middle of the pack. That's going to do it for this review. Up next, the Oakland Raiders. Come back for that. See you then.